today from the Star Rod Company, we have Ray Goeke. Ray is going to go through the Star Handcrafted series of rods for you. Ray, it's great to have you back here at TackleDirect.
Captain Ed, good to see you.
Thanks, man. Listen, before we get into the handcrafted series of rods that we're going to talk about, tell me a little about the Star Rod Company itself.
Star Rods has been around for a long time, and unless you're from Florida, you're probably not very familiar with it. They've been around since 1958. They own over 200 world records on their rods. They excel at everything from inshore trout fishing or weak fishing to tuna fishing for big game and IGFA class rods. I mean, we have every base covered.
All right, so let's get into the handcrafted rods. Now, this really is the classic Star Rod.
This is where Star Rod started. This series has been around pretty much, I don't want to say unchanged, but it's been developed since the genesis of Star. It's not the newest technology, but it's been upgraded through the years. We're using now what's called a Duratec technology, or a Duratec blank, which is a graphite blank with a resin epoxy in it used to increase the strength of the rod, but the graphite's used to help reduce the weight. Everybody knows an old fiberglass rod was a great fishing rod, but they were heavy, they were clubby. So we've taken it, updated it, used this new material, and we've used it in a lot of different applications. As you see up on the screen here, we're doing it on 6 different models of spinning. For a guy that wants a traditional slower action rod for his bottom fishing, for inshore fishing, whether he's sea trout fishing, where he wants to fluke fish or flounder fish, they really excel at that. And if a guy wants a little heavier model for blue fishing, we also fit that in our spinning rods. The next series we talk about is our conventional rods, which, again, same type of Duratec technology. We're using all Fuji components on it. We use a Fuji reel seat, and our butts are designed specific to the application. Some of them have a shorter butt for a guy that's going to be casting and retrieving. Some have a longer butt for fighting fish. And most of our boat rods also come with a gimbal, and I'll show you that on a different model. The next series we talk about is a live bait series. For you guys down south that are familiar with king fishing, or you guys that are used to fighting big fish in the Northeast, sometimes you need a little softer tip rod. And a live bait rod really allows you to have a fish come up, take the bait, the rod gives a little bit, fish doesn't feel it, and it really excels at that application. And we make a really nice live bait rod. The slower action, the Duratec technology really helps in that application. Our next series is probably our most popular series and what this rod is really known for. We make, as you can see, a ton of different stand-up rods. On our stand-up rods, all of our rollers we use are AFCO rollers, and if we're doing a combination, we also use Fuji guides. And we use Stewart reel seats on here, all aluminum. We'll do a 2-tone finish on the higher end rods that have the all roller finish, and we either use our, what we call our power butt, which is a hard butt for in and out of a gimbal, but it's also pliable. It's a resin coating over a Hypalon finish, which allows for lightweight but real strong and durable. Also all comes with aluminum gimbals. Our last series we do is we do a stand-up spinning rod. And for anybody that's ever been out fishing, a lot of times you'll go out tuna fishing and you'll get a chance to have some mahi or some fish right behind the boat. And this little rod really excels at that for somebody that's looking for just a boat spinning rod for offshore fishing. It's really going to be able to tackle anything you can encounter out there.
So this really is, again, this is the Star Rods. You could almost call it the Star Classic Series. I mean, it's got the classic Star wrap on it and finish. This is a rod, I mean, you really can recognize one of these classic Star rods from across the boat or across the room, because they really have been around for a long time, part of the standard of the Star line. And we want to remind everybody that you can shop at TackleDirect.com 24/7. Talk to one of our product specialists back in the call center anytime during regular business hours by dialing 1-888-354-7335. They'll be happy to talk to you about the full line of Star handcrafted stand-up rods. Ray, thanks very much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. If you guys are in the Northeast, one of the things you should really try and do is stop by our beautiful new 25,000 square foot showroom, shipping facility, and call center right here in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. I know you won't be disappointed if you come in. I'm Captain Ed Berger from the TackleDirect Pro staff. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you out on the water.